His sound is undeniably smooth, cool, and sophisticated. Many of you probably know him from hit CDs Charlie, last name Wilson, or Uncle Charlie. But for many of us, we know him as the lead singer of the Gap Band. Welcome to Washington, watch Charlie Wilson.
Thank you.
Doc, how you doing?
I'm good, Roland.
Always clean, always.
Well, I own a pair of jeans. I own a lot of pair of jeans. But the suits, you know, when I'm in your presence, we always got to have, we had to be suited and booted.
Well, you know, that's how we do it. That's so we don't like to go with the jeans look. Yeah. And nothing sagging. We can't have that.
No, we ain't sagging never.
Can't have that. Let's get right into it. I mean, you've long music career. And what's amazing is this generation of folks jamming to your music like the previous generation. I mean, does it surprise you when you look out at your audience and you see the different generations all jamming together?
Yeah, it was a bit of surprise. However, the reason why my career has lasted so long is because I think that first of all, with Snoop Dogg and some of the other rappers that I had entwined myself with for so many years, and but my inspiration of being inspiring of a lot of R&B singers and younger singers that come up, and so my style of singing never went out of style. So the kids just knew me as Uncle Charlie, or Charlie last name Wilson. They figured I was new, and so to see a bunch of young people in the audience, you know, ages from 6 or 7 years old up to whatever. It doesn't surprise me at all.
You talk about that sound, and at the end of the day, when it is consistent, that really what makes folks legends.
Yes.
As opposed to the one-hit wonders, folks who were hot for 2, 3, 4 years. And on TV One, we have a show called Unsung.
Yes.
And so we sort of chronicle these groups who were here for a second, then they're gone.
Yes.
But they have no longevity.
Right.
So what is it about longevity for you that is so important? Is it the connection with the fans, or is it simply the timeless music that they can listen to in 1975 and listen in 2005 and listen in 2010?
It's a combination of both. But the fans are definitely a big part of it all, whether it be young or old, but you have to have your ear to the streets. A lot of things that way we did it back in the day, you can't record that way anymore. I mean, definitely you have to be a little bit updated about it all, and know how to straddle a fence. So I've been blessed to be able to do both of that.
You also, in terms of, I was at your concert in Chicago. You are very open and honest in terms of the good of the industry, but you've also, even in the concert, talked about the bad. I mean, you talked about alcohol, talked about drugs, and so speak to that in terms of the difficulties you've had to endure personally in trying to deal with the fame aspect of being a top entertainer. Well,
first of all, the drugs came into play. Let me just give you this little story, and then and that you can understand how it went down. I remember I was on my way to school one day, and I ran into this boy. He was 12 or 13 years old, so he had some cigarettes. So he offered me a cigarette, and I just tried to refuse him, and finally I ended up smoking a cigarette. And then he went farther, and he said, "You want some of this wine?" I was like, "I can't. My father's a preacher," and I was going on this. He just insisted on me drinking this wine. So I ended up, from that day, I started buying cigarettes and sneaking them, hiding them in the bushes, and buying wine. And then when I got to high school, smoking them. And when I got to college, I started smoking marijuana. And when I got to the Gap Band, that's whole. It was drugs, sex, drugs, and alcohol, and the drugs played a really big part. Long story short, it just took us off the road, off the tracks into the ditches. I ended up homeless. It was a really bad scene for me. It was.
Did you ever say, "What in the world am I doing here?"
Trust me, every single day of my life, my prayer was, "God, please don't let the devil kill me before I get back to do what I really love to do." And then a cousin of mine, who I saw, she had been already clean and sober for 3 years. She looked beautiful because we used to get high together. And I was like, she saw me and just immediately started crying. I was like, "What's wrong with you, cuz? Give me a hit." She was like, I've been sober for 3 years. I said, wow, no wonder you so high yellow. You know, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
The skin was glowing. It was just beautiful. Anyway, she talked me into this rehabilitation center, so I went. Met this beautiful lady who said she would help me because I had nowhere to go. At the end of the 28-day, I only had a 28-day program, and so she asked me one day, what are you going to do when you get out of here? And I broke the cry because I said I had nowhere to go. And she said, well, okay, you look like a really nice person. Your cousin has helped you get in here, and, you know, we all in here, and, you know, get yourself together. So she said, I'll help you get your feet on the ground. So she did. She got me a place to stay and all of this. And I looked at this woman, and I said, God, is this the woman? And yes. So I asked this woman to marry me, and we've been together 15, going on 16 years. Nothing but water in my body. But the time when I first tried to get back, I looked for 10 years, a record deal for the Gap Band and or me. Everybody turned me down. 10 long years searching day after day just to get somebody. Even some of the people I knew, they was looking at me like I was cross-eyed and crazy, you know. I was like, I know I can still sing, I can do this. They just turned their back on me. One day, after 10 years, I got this song from R. Kelly. We had been talking before, you know, back and forth for years, and everybody that turned me down, I played this song, and everybody that turned me down wanted me to sign with him. I was like, I can't do that.